Big shout out goes to Maxxis Tires, Santa Cruz Bicycles, and Jensen USA for supporting the Inside Line.
Let's hear one good Palmer story, or the one that comes to mind first during your years with him being because that's when he was like a team manager for you guys, right? That was sort of his involvement.
He was like
The thought of Shaun Palmer as a team manager.
he was just there to be Palmer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it was a team manager or the coach. He was just there to be Palmer.
So like he didn't have real responsibility.
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Like he really helped us mentally though. Like he was obviously like one of the strongest competitors mentally. Like he would get people's heads, and he was just, no matter if he was like going from snowboarding to skiing to moto to mountain bikes, whatever it was, he was just so strong mentally that like he could just do well.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like a huge help, like having that. Like I don't know, there'd be like we'd crash and be like, oh, we're sore. He's like, dude, sore is just a feeling. Like you're fine. He's like, just turn that side off your brain. You're like, oh yeah, and then you'd race and you do well, and you're like, dude, thanks for that. I don't know, just like funny stuff like that. But I think one of the funniest times was, I don't know, it might not be funny because Jack got hurt, but like Jack Moore, like when he went through that string of breaking his collarbone, we were in one of the times we were in Temecula for team camp, and we had like a team release in Laguna Beach, and Jack wasn't there. He broke his collarbone and had to like rush home to get surgery at home, and we didn't want to say it was a collarbone because like it was like the fourth time it happened.
Ooh.
And like we didn't want to say, we said he got hurt, but we didn't want to say collarbone. Yeah. So we were like announcing the team, and we said, oh, Jack can't make it. He got hurt, had to rush home for surgery. And like all like the media and press was there. And Palmer, you were there, I think. Because Palmer's you might remember this. Palmer's in the background, and he was like, he had a few drinks. And as soon as they say Jack had to rush home, he was like, collarbone, like super loud. And we're like, we weren't supposed to say anything. Like, because like, you know how it is. If someone hurts the same thing over and over, you don't want to like, it's just like, I don't know.
It's almost like a black mark on their
so
resume or something.
We didn't want to say it, and he just yells collarbone at the top of his lungs, and we're just like, God. Dude,
oh, it's so funny.
Another one that comes to mind, Snowshoe 2015. Remember the lake at the bottom? We'd always go there, and like they had like, you know, what's the show Wipeout where they have like all the things over the water?
Like inflatable things you play on? Yeah.
They had like a mini Wipeout course, like ladders and like balls you jump over, like over the lake. And they had canoes and everything for that you could rent. It was Palmer and a couple other guys, and then we were all in like kayaks, and they were in this long canoe, and they were having some fun on the lake, whatever. And they ended up flipping the canoe, and it sunk. And the lifeguard drove over on the jet ski, hooked up, somehow got the canoe up, hooked it up, and towed it back. And Palmer had to swim back like all the way across the lake. And it was like a 20-minute paddle for him. And there was like 5 of them in the canoe, but it was hilarious because we were like 15 and we were just cracking up. Like it was funny. But yeah, that was fun hanging out with him. I mean, yeah, he's one of the greatest competitors of all time. So just getting to hang out with him.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hear some of his own stories was like, it was pretty cool. So yeah,
that was fun. I mean, I was like outside of it, but it was just so cool to be like, see like all of you guys, and then like Palmer's just with you. Like it was like kind of funny, but awesome at the same time.
Another good story with him too is like he made a comeback to downhill in 2009, really to get him fit because he was trying to requalify for the Olympics for skiing. So he actually came to Fontana in one of the races in 2009, and I remember like I didn't really know who he was because I was so young. I was 9, and like he kind of stopped competing in like 2001, so I was like 1 or 2 at that time. So I didn't really like, you know, I wasn't around in the 90s to know who he was, but my dad was. My dad's like, dude, you need to go get his autograph. That's Shaun Palmer. I was like, all right, and I like took a piece of paper up and had him sign a piece of paper. And I remember he's like, dude, take my number plate. So he like gave me his number plate and like signed it, and then he gave it to me, and then like 5 years later I was on his team. And I was like, I like told him the story, and he's like, I kind of remember that. And then he like took the plate off my bike and had me sign it and give it to him.
Oh, that's sick.
How cool is that?
And I was like, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I still have that plate somewhere that he signed.
Dang, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's super.
It says 555 on it, his number.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So
sick.
Oh, that's rad. Man, Palmer. I'm pretty sure, didn't he give Stephen Walton the Spilly nickname?